Well, Merry after Christmas. After doing some cleaning, I wanted to give you a little update on what's happening in my reef tank. My large bubble tip circles the tank and the rocks routinely. He's trying to find a place to get the right flow and the right lights. I had my Duncan coral over here by this rock, but I didn't like the way it was going, so I just moved him over here. Hopefully he'll sprout back out and start using that rock as its foundation. Now my carpeting mushroom there has started to move around, and it's left a piece of its foot on the ground, so I'm getting more of that. Same thing with my Superman. It started over here at the beginning of the rock. It's moved to the side. It's now detaching itself from the shell it came in on, which is leaving me a fragment of its foot, another one right there on the side to the right, and then it had a little zoa on that rock, and so it is now broken off and become its own entity. I think my fish are happy. I do know that these two guys somehow got out of the tank and into the sump. I had a third one that I dipped out, put in the tank, and it showed back up. I've dipped him out and put him back in the top. I just decided to leave those two. For some reason, I can't keep a zinnia in my tank, but down here in the refugium, they just do fine. Again, I don't know if I want to add those two clowns back to the top. Because the 6 that I have up here are doing great, so we'll see what happens. Now this big humongous rock that's crusted with some green star polyps usually is in full bloom, just like the little piece that's fragmented off and the other little piece that's fragmented off. Oh, and by the way, I took a piece that's fragmented off and it started to encrust this rock, so yay for that. But I noticed one of the frags I got, I didn't dip it, and it had a little wavy thing on it, and of course I thought, well, hey, I'm getting a bonus zoa. Nope. It was an aiptasia, or a glass anemone, and it got into this bad boy, and I noticed when it started to poke out the side at about 2 inches that it was starting to spawn, and I was getting little bitty anemones down here in the gravel, so I was dipping them out with my net and taking all the gravel with it and just throwing it away. After some advice on what to do, I just pulled that rock out, picked it off with an actual pair of pliers, thought I had everything out. That sneaky little son of a gun bloomed back out last night, so I got home and did the same thing, pulled it out, tried the super glue method, got some lemon and tried lemon on the direct spot, and I believe I've got it all. And then I found right here on the right hand side another little spot that started to bloom, so I took it out this morning, and this is what's happened. I think I've got it, but they're starting to, the GSP is starting to come back out. It's been about 30 minutes or so we'll hopefully do see that. Hammer coral still loves the white light, not the blue. And I've got a strip of the GSP right here on top, I kind of shaked up some rocks around here just to see what would happen. Still trying to get that bubble tip anemone to enlarge. I don't know if it's the pH in here, the flow, or if it's just too clean because I can't get zinnia to grow in here at all. So we'll see if it changes now that I've moved some of the rocks around. We'll see if it'll move to get better flow. If it does, then I'll know that's the answer. Well, all right. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year.